Hi everyone, this is Bella from Unlock Your Design, here with a Jinky horoscope for January 11th. In the astrological chart, you see this beautiful trine, 120 degrees in the earth signs, with the moon now in Virgo in gate 40. We have Uranus and the North Node in Taurus in gate 2 and 24, and then we have Mercury in Capricorn in gate 38. There is a stability and a connection with earth signs. This is a really good time for planning, organizing, anchoring our plans, and getting ready for the forward moving energy that's going to come in a few weeks as we go into the Rave New Year, as Mercury is going direct again, and also as we're going to have Mars direct and in more speed. We see here that we have a 1-3 profile, which means that we are in the first line of a new archetype. That archetype is gate hexagram gene key 61. I'm going to give you a bit of a summary of this archetype. This is a visual representation of archetype 61, the mystic. This archetype is in transit, like we said, from January 11th to January 15th. In human design, we call it the gate of mystery. In the I Ching, is the hexagram of inner truth. In the gene keys, the frequency band goes from psychosis to sanctity, and it's the pathway of inspiration. We see in the I Ching that the mystic archetype has the lake trigram on the bottom of his hexagram, which is the same for all the archetypes that live here in this part of the wheel. The top trigram is wind, and there's a frequency band that's created when we look at that elemental energy of lake, which is the same as saying Jinky 58, or wind, which is the same as saying Jinky 57. So for example, in the gift frequency for this archetype, inspiration is intuitive vitality. In the astrology, we're still in Capricorn. This is the last archetype that is fully inside of Capricorn. When we go into the 60, it's going to be on the cusp between Capricorn and Aquarius. Capricorn is the wise elder, the teacher, our ancestors. It's service to others through the grounded intent to preserve planet Earth. It's cardinal Earth. It's the trunk and roots that provide organic structure and reach into the lineage of our ancestors. In modern astrology, Capricorn is connected to the 10th house, the house of achievement in the world, authorities, public life, recognition, guides, career, or vocation. The ruler here is Saturn. When we look at the body graph, the 61 creates a channel with the 24. This is a channel of awareness, a design of a thinker. It is a projected channel. The theme here, so long as you're not using your mind to resolve your life, is always capable of inspiring someone else to see life in a new light. You inspire others to think about life's mysteries. The frequency band for the channel goes from the shadow of blankness to the city of mystery, and the gift frequency here is contemplation. The keywords of the mystic: beyond Maya, occult knowledge, and mystery. The harmonic gate, some of the keywords: pausing, pondering, and revelation. The programming partner is the 62 in Cancer. So if you have the 61 in your activation sequence or in your nodes, you're also going to have the 62. The 61 is part of individual circuitry. Here, the keyword is empowerment. The first cross that is going to be activated when the sun is in the mystic archetype, it's what we call the right angle cross of Maya. Here we have the energy to bring the unknown into knowing. It is the new and undiscovered knowledge, or new way at looking at things. Here we bring out the inner knowing out into the world by sharing it, and then we cause the world to reevaluate their position to accommodate for new ideas. Here we have the Jinky chart for Wednesday, a 1-3 day on the cross of the Maya. The first day the sun is in an archetype. We have the foundational energy of that archetype, a line 1. A line 1 is about self-empowerment. It's about being in our own creativity. If we have activities with others, it's important that those activities feel like win-win. With the third line in the radiance, the purpose, the IQ, and the EQ, there can be quite a lot of movement. The first line may want to stay in its own investigation in the basement, focusing on its own thing. And then with the third lines, it's like they're pulling it out into interactions with others. It's important here to keep the playfulness, the dynamism. We don't want to go into the 32 that is afraid of failure. No, it's about experience more than judging the experience. And with the purpose in the 42, which is how we ground this state, the 42 being about celebration, detachment of outcome. So see this is a day where you can allow some mischievous energy to come in. This is also a day when we have Venus and Mars, IQ and EQ in the third line in resonance, and they are both in air signs, Aquarius here for Venus and Gemini for Mars. Definitely be a day for new ideas, new inspirations, a different way of thinking, which also goes together with this black channel in the body graph. We spoke about it, the 61 and the 24, forming this channel of awareness. And the other channel that is activated is the 19 and the 49 still. So the 19, like we said, being Venus, the 49 being Saturn. This has to do with principles. It's a tribal activation. So check yourself if you want to impose your principles on the other, or if you're in a situation where you feel like somebody else is trying to tell you that their values, their principles are the right ones. With the activations that we have in the pearl sequence, so much about coming back to innocence, coming back to purity. It's not about imposing our will, our view on others. It's more about being an inspiration for others here, with the main archetype being the mystic and this gate of inspiration. How can you inspire others to be interested in your different way of thinking instead of imposing your values that might actually not be the right way of living or walking through life for somebody else? These are the main energies for January 11, and I will be back tomorrow again. Bye for now.